anything that comes up to spicy who you are, even your language you speak, it comes to spicy up who you are. It is not necessarily part of you. You were not born with tongues of speaking words in your mouth. I said the Bible, the Quran, which comes to tell us that the baby Jesus spoke, the only baby who spoke, who have words in his mouth, he spoke when he was a baby. I've never seen baby speaking, We learn everything. We add those things in our life when we get born. If there was nobody here or languages there, you will grow not having a language. You will just be like the way the animals communicate. You will find ways to communicate, all right, but it won't be necessarily through a particular language. It would have been the same way of communication for all human beings. But you can imagine the sort of language we've got. So many uncountable, in so many cultures. They are all uncountable, but we are all human beings. What is the common thing that we can have that will not stand in a way of unity? It will not stand in a way of considering or embracing each other as one. And that is what we call the true nature. And the only one you can find is you standing there with nothing, no spicy up on you. Clothes, nothing. You don't have clothes to spicy anything up. You don't have anything to sort of make you look good or become anything. You are naturally who you are. Is that nature, with no conscious awareness of shyness or any kind of thing. When you are into that state, that is truly who you are. You may be a cripple, or you may be having some deep mark on your skin. You may have a rashes on your skin. You may have some face which is not acceptable to you, whatever. But that is truly who you are. That is the nature you came into this world with. And that is what that would end up going. But when we're going, we sort of spicy up thanks to whoever that choose to sort of decorate you before he puts you to the ground. He sort of modify you and make you look a bit, okay. Because you have learned to accept that that looks that you have is not necessarily right. But that does not mean also that whatever we use to spicy ourselves up due to the fact that advancement is wrong. My clothes wearing is not wrong. It's a decent thing to do. It's nice. There's nothing wrong with that. You can still have your clothes, but don't lose your natural self or what you are. You can wear these clothes and tune yourself to all the spicy things that keeps you what you are. And when it comes to a moment where you have to be yourself, you are shy, you're difficult, you find yourself struggling. And that is the problem we have that makes it hard to socialize, to associate. Because being you is easily sociable. It's a state where you easily socialize without any hassle of problem. But since you are not ready to be you, that you won't, even if you're ready to be you, the norms of life has changed so much that it's hard for you to sort of be you. It's hard for you to be you, except those who begin to grow their mindset, upgrade themselves, lift their mental thoughts to really look beyond the cloth. Whether they have ultraviolet light eyes, I don't know. They look beyond all that. Like my situation, that is what I'm looking beyond that. And I don't mind your royalty or what you look or what you may think you may have flashy looking. When you are stripped down, naked, you are just like me. I remember in a war-torn Liberia when they have this president they call President Doe in Liberia. He was the president when the Civil War rise. This man was rich and he looked so fresh-looking body because he was eating well and taking care of himself. But when he got caught by these rebels and the way they treated him, I mean, you look at his body, him put on in the coffin, and the picture of him, you won't believe that. He looked so fresh. When he was being dragged on the road, on the ground, they drag his body on the ground like that. He became useless. I said, look, with all the clothes, with all that he had, with all that presentation, with all the things that spicing him up to look who he was. But when before he was getting there, if you look at who he was at that time, he was the same raggy, wretched looking person and not too much presentable. But when he got there, he changed and he became so nice a person. God, all the good things of life, he used it on himself. And he looked better, improved in body-wise, in appearance. But the true nature of who he was, when he was stripped down, you could see the true nature of him. That is the person lying there. After all that spicy-looking appearance he had, whether being the gun that he hold, or being the glasses he wear, or like this that I wear, or all that. At the end of it all, me, I'm still me. You are still you. Whatever it is that you are, whatever you try to shy yourself off, you are shying away from you yourself. You are shying away from your own self. You are not shying away from that next person. That next person also is shying away from himself, not from any other. So for you to have a sound mind and a very positive approach to life, you have to embrace yourself, who you are. Whether you are a monkey or you are a goat or you are a human, whichever way it is, accept who you are. Embrace your true nature. You may look primitively, you may be looking like a primitive thinker, but at the end of the day, it is not the primitive thinker we're thinking about. It is the mindset that you have developed by accepting who you are that makes you move on. It makes you progress. It makes you accept everybody, black or white, because you see that everybody is the same. You are the same just like them. They are the same just like you. No matter what they do, you tell them bullshit. I don't care what you people do or what you look like, whether your skin is light or is dark, whichever way it is. You're just like me. Yeah, you have all the qualities. You enter the latrine like I enter the latrine. You go to the men's or the ladies like I go to the men's or the ladies, or whichever way. You eat without food. You starve like I would starve. You need that. The natural qualities of man that I have, you have the same thing, and that's the basic thing. You may cheat me of some things that's entirely up to, but at the end of the day, you are still the same. If you are stripped of all the spices, you realize that you become nothing, just like you are seeing me as nothing, because at the moment, I haven't been able to get to that. So it is our natural self, recognizing our natural self, gives us the awareness of what we truly are, and gives us a chance to embrace everything that is good, the things that are right for us. And that becomes what really our life demands. That is what we really want. That is the nature of what this thing is about. The video is will be to impact you to the extent that you will see what your true nature is, what you are. Embrace yourself in that manner. And black or white, you sort of love each other in a very acceptable way. Resentment will be cut off, diminish. And there will be that guide of strength in your life continuously. Because what relevance is it for you to stay in that stagnant state, which you tell yourself that that is the end of life, or that is the standard of which your life should be? Your life has not got limitations or standards. Just like any other thing that does whatever he so wishes or desire to do, you must also have the ability to do whatever you wish to do and desire to do. It is your place. It's like you building your home and freely walking in. This place is all ours. It's something for us. It's our natural habitats. Is the earth. Natural habitat. We must start recognizing and accepting that, and let the natural habitats that we dwell in be the natural habitats for us, and not something else. Or be a natural habitat for others who are just like us, whilst we keep ourselves in some confined state and sorrowful state, and always feel shy, and we are sort of isolating ourselves from the good things that may better our lives, or the better things in life, and we always give room for others to take all the best things or the resources of life for themselves, just like people like you. And it's like the strong are taking as much as they want to take, and you cannot take much for yourself. So it is very important